Hello, collectors. Today I have a piece from XM Studios, very first piece from them ever. Not the easiest to obtain here in the States, but I had my eyes on this one for a while and I finally was able to land it. The Iron Man Mark 7 from the Avengers. Very nice packaging. Very simple, very clean. Nicely executed. You have the instruction manual and a product registration envelope. A little bit of reading material on the side about this particular Iron Man suit. And credit goes to these guys for all the hard work and craftsmanship put into not only their packaging, but their actual figures. XM Studios is on another level right now. The creativity paired with the actual execution of their pieces has them at the top of the game. And I've never seen the styrofoam held together with straps. Nice touch. First layer of packaging. Again, very clean, well designed, thought out. And here's the first glimpse of the base. There's been a little bit of back and forth about the base. Some would have preferred an environmental base, and I can see that opinion, but I also like this more museum-esque type of display base. One day I may get a custom base made for days so I feel like switching it up, but I have no problems with this one that was included. And here we'll just take a look at some of the pieces that are magnetized and go onto the body when you're putting the piece together. Very nice, shiny, glossy red paint job. And then the actual detail that has gone into the sculpt of the mechanical pieces. Very well done. And also nicely painted with shading and weathering. Here we take a look at the left and right arm with weapons deployed. Again, you can see the detail that has gone into the actual sculpt of the hands, the weapons. The repulsors are just a plain white paint, so it would have been nice if that had actual detail instead of being solid like that, but it is what it is. Again, you can take note of the reflection and the quality of the paint. Very high. These go on the front of the piece, just part of his armor that is able to expand. Alright, second layer of packaging, we have the actual legs, torso, and the helmet. Again, that paint job just shows through. Very clean. Here we have a look at the lower torso for the standing pose. I see a few lines that strayed outside of boundaries, but for the most part, everything is where it should be and it's well executed. Here we will take a look at the upper body and some of the detail that they were able to put in here. Very nicely done. The two stars of the show here are definitely the paint job and the pose. Strong magnets throughout the body for the parts where we will actually be sticking on the magnetized pieces. They have a nice secure grab to them, so you don't have any concerns about the parts falling off once you have them in place properly. A nice bonus would have been for them to include flaps that were not deployed, or give you the ability to close these. But considering that they're already giving us the ability to have two separate poses, both flight and landing, that omission is not really a big deal. His right arm with the closed fist, fully weaponized. His left arm with the open hand, allowing you to see the repulsor. And finally, his helmet. Iron Man fully assembled. did not expect to like this pose. I definitely bought it for the flight pose, but this is very impressive as well. I thought I would just keep this portion in the box, store it away for safekeeping, and never give it a second thought. But I will have to keep it nearby because I can see myself switching back and forth between this pose and the flight pose, which I'll show you in a moment. It really is like receiving two separate pieces. That's a nice touch from XM. Nice detail in the arc reactor. Here we have the legs for the flight pose. One difference you will notice is on the legs, he does have his, they're like missiles, I believe. He has them armed and ready to go. I think there are three iconic looks for Iron Man. You have his landing pose, very classic. Him using his repulsor blasters, arm extended, again a very classic pose. And I think that this flight pose has been added to the list of classic Iron Man poses. It's similar to a landing pose that Superman would use. But instead of landing, this is more of an actual flight pose for Iron Man. And this is the reason that I bought the piece. I remember seeing artwork from this piece a long time ago when it actually still had an environmental base that they were going to include. And I fell in love with the pose then, and that was maybe a year and a half ago, maybe. And I even bought the 1/4 NECA Iron Man and pulled off a bootleg version of this pose, never expecting to actually have this in my collection. But since then, I've gone statues instead of figures, and I knew this had to be the Iron Man for my collection. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And I must say that I am very pleased with my purchase. No regrets. It's not cheap, but sometimes you get what you pay for. And in my opinion, this is the Iron Man to have. And this will be the representation of Iron Man in my collection. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.